Good morning, everyone. Today's assignment is on Google Slides where you are comparing functions. While you are doing this assignment, you are going to need a sheet of paper and a pencil so you can write down the information you need to determine for each situation. So slide 1 says 4 friends are eating ice cream at the rates shown. Place the names and rates in the table according to how fast they are eating from fastest to slowest. So here we're comparing their rates. So we have 4 people, Liddy, James, Diva, and Marcus. And we have to determine the rate at which each of them are eating ice cream, put them in order from fastest to slowest. And along with putting them in order from fastest to slowest, whoever ate the fastest goes first, whoever ate the slowest is fourth, and put their corresponding ounces per minute of eating their ice cream on the right-hand side. Okay? Slide 2 says compare each pair of functions by typing greater or smaller in the white box. In order to do so, you'll have to create a text box. So for each and every situation here, you have an A and a B. So in each box, you have an A and a B, an A and a B, an A and a B, an A and a B. And for each one, you need to find the rate of each. So this is why I'm telling you need paper and pencils. So for each one, you can write down the rates, really look at them, and then compare them, as the case is with each slide. And then each one says A has A. So all of them are having you compare to A. So is B greater than A or smaller than A? Whichever the case might be is what you insert the text box and write the word greater or smaller in the text box. I want you to take a look here. We have an equation written in standard form. We can't look at that equation and determine what the rate is just by looking at it. You're going to have to take this equation and change it to slope-intercept form so it looks like this one down here. If you don't remember how to do this, if you look back in the video on slope review, I demonstrate and show you how to do this, okay? That's very important that you do that correctly. So again, you're comparing B to A. Is B greater than A? I'm sorry, reverse that. You're comparing everything to A. Is A greater than B or smaller than B? You insert the text box and put that there. Your next slide says sort the name of each city below according to whether the rate per mile is more or less than expensive than the rate per mile in Frank City. Well, right up here at the top is all your information about Frank City. So you have to read through this box, determine what the rate is, and then compare each and every one of these rates. So you have to compute those as well. This is why that paper and pencil is important. So you can write down Frank City, the rate is blank. Seattle, write down what the rate is. Orlando, what the rate is. Miami, what the rate is. Honolulu, what the rate is. Each time, compare these back to Frank's. If this city is more expensive than Frank's, you drag the name of that city over here to more expensive. If it's less expensive than Frank's, you drag the name of the city over here to this box. And finally, the rate at which 3 pet stores pay their employees is shown below. Use the information to type your answers to each question at the right. So again, you're going to have to insert text boxes. First thing I would do is take a look at these 3 different pet stores, Critters and Company, Little Paws, and the Wagging Tail. Determine the rate of each of those. Write that down on your sheet of paper. Then come over here and answer these 3 questions. Your answers are going to be names. So it says Preston works at Critters and Company while Patrick works at Little Paws. Who makes more per hour? So your answer should be Preston or Patrick, depending upon who makes more per hour that you already determined when you found the rates of these situations. How much more? You got to think about that. How much more does he make per hour? It's not, your answer is not one of your rates. Bethany works at Little Paws while Beatrice works at the Wagging Tail. Again, who makes more per hour? Your answer is either Bethany or Beatrice. How much more does she make per hour? Again, your answer is not one of your rates. You need to think about what that question is asking. And finally, the last question says Tommy works at the Wagging Tail while Tanner works at Critters and Company. Who makes more per hour, Tommy or Tanner? How much more does he make per hour? Again, same question, and your answer is not one of your rates. You need to think about what that question is asking, and your answer is a number here. Like always, if you have any questions, message me. I hope to see you on my Google Meet at 12 or 12:30, depending upon what class you're in, and I can answer any questions about this or anything about any of your last two assignments. Hope to see you later. Adios.